the big Battlefield holiday hiatus, Battlefield 5 in 2020, the usual small news nuggets and only in Battlefield moments. This is your week on the Battlefield. Welcome to this episode of This Week on the Battlefield, the show where we cover news, updates, the community, and so much more all around the Battlefield franchise. As per usual, there's much to cover, so let's jump straight into it. In terms of our small news ticket items, this week then, we have week 9 of chapter 5, Let 'em Have It, featuring mainly squad, infantry and objective focused tasks that allow you to unlock the Type 97 MG, which is of course a support LMG. As regards the Type 97, actually, I haven't used it myself just yet, but it seems like a decent all-purpose LMG with a somewhat, of course, restricted magazine. Let me actually know down below in the comments what you think of it, assuming that you actually have had the opportunity to use it. This week's playlist, To the Other Side, is a breakthrough-focused one, featuring the Pacific maps, Wake Island, Pacific Storm, and Iwo Jima, as well as Arras, Operation Underground, Narvik, and Al Sudan. So if you enjoy a bit of breakthrough gameplay and don't mind the current weapon balance and time to kill build, you should have plenty of fun this week on what are arguably some of the best breakthrough maps available in Battlefield 5. For those interested, the armory also includes a variety of Boeing's exclusive or company coin holiday themed cosmetics for soldiers and of course weapons, so check those out if you're looking to have your STG, for example, covered in snowflakes during the holiday season. And if you didn't manage or simply didn't play the game the week before last to unlock the Bar M 1918A2, you can actually now purchase that for 1,700 company coins in your company screen. In terms of what to expect next week, week 10 of chapter 5, Loud and Proud, features a series of infantry focused tasks, mostly for the medic but also with some infantry generic and support or scout focused notes. It unlocks of course the Type 2A SMG, which should be an absolute close quarter beast with a fire rate exceeding 1,000 rounds per minute. Given of course the current weapon balance, however, this thing likely will be doing absolutely zero damage outside of anything other than close quarters, so don't expect to be performing too well at medium range with it. If you're wondering what to expect from the last 2 weeks of chapter 5, week 11 will most likely be bringing back Outpost and unlock the Pacific Palm set for the previously unlocked Nambu Type 2A, and week 12, starting of course January 16th, will allow us to unlock the M3 Grease Gun. As regards then Battlefield 5 in 2020, last week of course we got the final message from DICE as regards the game in 2019. Generally DICE is on holiday until the 5th of January, hence the lack of any kind of news around the game in the last week and also in the coming week, but they have announced that while they were quite happy with the 5.2.2 hotfix, there will be some more balance tweaks coming in the new year, specifically of course to weapon balance. Additionally, they will be hoping to gather some feedback on other aspects of gameplay they are hoping to change and improve in coming patches. The real shame here is of course that they couldn't be bothered to listen to that feedback when it was provided regarding the time to kill changes, so I'm not too sure as to how important that feedback really is on any coming changes they intend to make. As regards future content though, while DICE has of course not put out any official information beyond that there will be a chapter 6, we do know that there is a further Pacific map in the works. It was of course teased at the end of the Wake Island trailer. Additionally, early indications from data miners suggest that chapter 6 will once more include the Americans, if once more in a Pacific theater versus the Japanese or an entirely different front. In Europe, for example, is of course yet unclear, but speculation will likely start to mount at the beginning of next year, and sometime towards the end of January, we likely will be getting an announcement from DICE as to what precisely to expect in the coming weeks and months. In community news, we have the big holiday break. A number of creators, and from what I've been able to gather, regular players as well, have decided to just put down Battlefield 5 for a bit. Be it myself, Get Good Guy, Westy, or even data miners like Temporal, a lot of us are just a little bit fed up with DICE's, pardon my language here, shit and the way they're handling the game as of now. The game is both not enjoyable to play thanks to the stupidly slow medium and long range time to kill, and hopelessly imbalanced as a result of the rushed and incompetently balanced weapon patch. Now, those are of course my opinions, but what I wanted to ask you guys is actually how many of you have taken a break from the game during the holiday season, so feel free to start a discussion on that down below in the comments, or head over to the community tab on my channel. You'll find a poll there asking the very same question. Over in our Olean Battlefield modes, we start this week off with Putkala and a nice sniper streak over on Operation Underground. Next up, we have Megatron with a great shot on a flying bomber. Horaday's Killer up next with one of the most insane V1s I have seen yet, 15 kills and almost 5,000 points on the last sector of Breakthrough on Iwo Jima. And lastly then today, we have He Too Good For You Mate returning to the show with a brilliant melee streak over on Mercury. But coming to the end of this week's episode then, if you enjoyed the show, found it interesting or entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share, and of course hit me up with your feedback, suggestions and opinions down below in the comments or over on Twitter. With all that being said, however, I'd like to thank you very much for watching and hope to see you in the next episode of This Week on the Battlefield.